A sprinkle of white powder calmed Scott instantly, but what just happened? No idea. After this little debacle, Tiles was pretty sure that anger was like a ticking time bomb. Once Scott's pulse sped up, it was werewolf time. Since hockey is basically a rock sprawl on ice, Tiles thought Scott should skip the Saturday game. Better safe than sending someone to the ER. That night, as Scott video chatted with Tiles, Derek appeared behind him like a ghost. Before Scott even had a chance to react, Derek had already pinned him against the wall, and they were completely unaware of any movements around them. Of course, they wouldn't, because if you don't try to win on Saturday, I might just go all bad guy on you. Bright and early the next morning, Scott approached the coach to bow out of the game. He thought he could use his aggressive tendencies to back out, but the coach was like, "That's the spirit of hockey." Before Scott could explain, the coach gave him a serious flat-out no. Just as he stepped out of class, Mom texted him. She said she'd take off work Saturday night to catch the game. Meanwhile, Allison found Scott and declared she would definitely be there too, plus they could hang out after. Hearing that, Scott was momentarily frozen. With Derek itching to rip him apart and family expectations looming, he was totally caught in a pickle. Subsequently, he rode his bicycle alone to the woods, where he found Derek in front of an ancient house, eager to figure out why he wasn't allowed to participate in the game. When you're all competing in the game, your mom and friends are watching, you can't hide anywhere at all. As soon as Derek finished, he vanished into the woods like a magician. Just as Scott was about to leave, he caught a whiff of something bloody. Seemed like there was something buried in that dirt mound. Back home, Scott immediately called Tiles to tell him the clues he had discovered. They speculated that the buried item might be the other half of the girl who went missing a few days ago. If so, jackpot. They could get Tiles' dad to snag Derek. To find out fast, Scott snuck into the morgue and found the cold half-corpse. With his wolfy nose, he could tell the stench of the corpse was identical to the smell from the dirt mound. Caption: that night, right after Derek had just driven his car away from the old mansion, Scott and Tiles rushed over with their tools, eager to delve into even ancient curses. Soon they hit a tied-up sack, and just when they were about to cover up Wolfie, Tiles spotted some weird-looking grass on the grave. According to the books, the grass could weaken a werewolf's power, and Tiles, ever curious, pulled it. Surprisingly, it had ropes tied. Pulling them out, the ancient seal faded, turning the wolf head into a woman. The next morning, they called the sheriff to nab Derek, but just as they were ready to leave, Scott could barely breathe. He quickly rifled through Tiles' backpack, finding that pesky string full of cursed grass. Realizing Scott was about to morph, Tiles snatched the backpack and hurled it away. But when he looked back, Scott in the passenger seat had vanished, now a full-blown werewolf on Allison. As he tried to slip in through the window, Allison just happened to draw the curtains. His fierce werewolf visage flashed in the glass, and once he realized, he bolted out of there. Suddenly, a car hit him. Who was driving? Allison's hunter dad. At that moment, Scott resumed human form. To avoid suspicion, he lied about patching up with Allison. Seeing his daughter so heartbroken over him, her dad chimed in he'd definitely be at the game tomorrow. Next morning, Tiles found Scott, knew he couldn't persuade him to quit, so urged him not to lose temper on court. Then, the duo headed to the rink with excitement. Scott's mom and the dynamic Allison duo were also in attendance. This game wasn't just a matter of Scott's destiny, it was a life or death situation. If he turned into a werewolf on the ice, even if Derek didn't tear him apart, Allison's dad would be packing heat. To keep his cool, Scott held back from attacking, but things didn't go as smoothly as he hoped. Captain Jackson ordered no pass to him and knocked him down dirty. He just wanted to play quietly, but when he spotted his crush cheering for someone else, his blood boiled. Fueled by his intense and fierce wolf aura, His opponents willingly passed the puck to him. What a great assist that was. In the ensuing game, Scott tore through the ice like a madman, with every opponent steered clear. With the final play, they secured victory, and fans erupted. Scott frantically ripped off his gloves. His fingernails had morphed into claws. In the midst of the celebration, he sprinted to the locker room. Spotting him, Allison hurried after Scott. Once in the locker room, he caught sight of himself in the mirror and totally flipped. Hound Iomad at letter 3ca degrees Cyrillic letter 4 ABC Sedilla Armenian shall letter 2b micro G with dot above Armenian now letter 238 until the letter UBD permanent sign turned direct reflex a quarter as a acute case Sedilla IA Ioma Cyrillic letter 4 BB at Ioma U acute equal letter 763 knots and a quarter o tilde N9 Ioma micro yen S delta A Ogrov Brea 14678. He punched the mirror in a rage, and by the time Allison found him in the locker room, he was back to his human self. This was the werewolf boy's first date with his girlfriend. Just as they were about to get cozy, his body kicked into transformation mode. He roared for Allison to run while she hesitated, terrified to approach him. When she saw Scott's werewolf face, she nearly fainted. Scott had completely lost control, descending into his savage wolf self. The next morning, Scott filled Tals in, revealing that all of last night's shenanigans were just a dream. But that dream felt so real it left him feeling a bit uneasy. Tomorrow was his real date with Allison, and it was anything but a regular date.